Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Naomi shocked the world by becoming the new Women's World Champion at WWE Evolution 2025. She will now defend her title against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at SummerSlam 2025 in a triple threat match. On the WWE Raw episode following Evolution, Naomi opened the show to celebrate her victory in the main event of the all-women's premium live event. She was interrupted by Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. After a heated conversation between the three, General Manager Adam Pearce announced a triple threat match between the three at WWE SummerSlam. While the odds are stacked against the champion, she could retain if two beloved stars turn heel. On this week's episode of WWE Raw, fans witnessed a backstage reunion of damaged CTRL as Kairi Sane, Asuka, and Io Sky had a brief interaction. However, the Kabuki Warriors had a rather cryptic vibe. They wished Sky the best of luck against her friend Rhea Ripley, which might have been an intentional taunt. They might have felt bad that their former stablemate chose a different path and became the Women's World Champion without their help. If that's the case, the Kabuki Warriors could turn heel and attack both Io Sky and Rhea Ripley during their match at SummerSlam. This would allow Naomi to retain the title without much of a hassle. While this scenario might materialize based on the hints fans witnessed on WWE Raw, it must be noted that it is just speculation for now, and nothing is confirmed. The Women's World Champion will compete in arguably the most difficult match of her career at SummerSlam. Considering the caliber of her two opponents, Io Sky is a natural babyface who gained a ton of praise for her impressive work at Evolution. She could realistically overcome the odds, much like she did at WWE WrestleMania 41 when she defeated Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match. On the other hand, Naomi is one of the most popular wrestlers in the company currently, who could eradicate her opponents at the biggest party of the summer. Naomi will likely require both brains and brawns to retain her title in 2 weeks' time. Naomi is walking into SummerSlam as one of the most talked-about champions on the WWE roster, and with rumors swirling about major twists and dramatic heel turns, all eyes are on whether she can walk out with her title still intact. What makes her match even more intriguing is the possibility that her victory could hinge on a seismic shift within the WWE universe. The unexpected heel turns of two major superstars, who may side with her, and change the landscape of the women's division entirely. As WWE builds momentum toward one of its biggest shows of the year, the question isn't just whether Naomi retains her title, it's how far WWE is willing to go to shake things up and generate a buzz that could redefine SummerSlam 2025. Naomi's journey to SummerSlam has been nothing short of compelling. Since returning to WWE and capturing the championship, she's carried herself with confidence and flair, reminding fans and critics alike why she remains one of the most dynamic performers on the roster. With athleticism that dazzles and a charisma that commands attention, Naomi has successfully defended her championship against some of WWE's toughest women. But now she's facing her biggest test yet, and perhaps the biggest twist of her championship reign so far. Rumors began swirling after a cryptic backstage segment on Raw, where two WWE superstars, both babyfaces until now, were seen speaking in hushed tones with Naomi. Cameras caught just a glimpse of the interaction, but it was enough to send speculation into overdrive. Who were these women? Why were they talking with Naomi? And more importantly, what does this mean for the champion's match at SummerSlam? Insider reports suggest that WWE has been quietly planning a major heel turn involving two well-known female stars, potentially aligning them with Naomi in a bold creative move that would shift the dynamics of the division. The possibilities are fascinating. If WWE pulls the trigger on this storyline, it could instantly elevate Naomi's championship reign to the next level. By forming an alliance with two newly turned heels, Naomi could gain the kind of backup that champions like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have benefited from: protection, power, and storytelling depth. It would also open the door to a faction-style dominance that has been largely absent from the women's division in recent months. Think of it as a New Age bloodline but centered around Naomi, who has proven she has the presence and leadership to carry such a group. But who could these two superstars be? The leading contenders, according to backstage whispers, are none other than Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Both women have had complicated relationships with Naomi in the past, sometimes allies, sometimes rivals, but both have also hit creative crossroads in recent months. Bianca Belair, once the epitome of resilience and positivity, has started to show cracks in her character. The constant setbacks, title shots slipping through her fingers, and fans demanding more edge have pushed her toward a darker path. Jade Cargill, meanwhile, entered WWE with tremendous hype and has already tasted success, but many feel she's been underutilized since WrestleMania. A heel turn for both women, aligning them with Naomi, would not only reinvigorate their characters, but also send shockwaves through the entire women's roster. If this scenario plays out at SummerSlam, Naomi could retain her title not just with skill, but through strategic brilliance. Imagine her in the final moments of a hard-fought battle seemingly on the verge of defeat. Her challenger, whether it's Bayley, Io Sky, or even Liv Morgan, closes in for the win, only to be blindsided by a shocking betrayal. The crowd erupts in disbelief as Bianca Belair storms the ring, laying waste to the challenger with a vicious attack. Moments later, Jade Cargill joins in, cementing the heel turn as she assists Naomi in scoring the win. The three women stand united in the ring, basking in the boos of the crowd, their alliance sealed in dominance and controversy. This would be a masterstroke in long-term storytelling. Naomi, no longer just a solo champion, would now be the centerpiece of a powerful trio capable of ruling the division. The heel turn of Bianca and Jade would generate buzz across social media and the wrestling world, while also setting up a host of fresh matchups and rivalries. Faces like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Roxanne Perez, and even Rhea Ripley, upon her return, could be slotted into feuds with the new heel trio, giving WWE a goldmine of main event-level women's storylines. It also plays perfectly into the larger trend of blurred morality in WWE. Over the past year, fans have seen a rise in complex characters, heels with sympathetic motivations and faces who aren't afraid to bend the rules. If Bianca and Jade turn heel, their actions could be explained by frustration, ambition, and a sense that they've been overlooked despite their talent. Aligning with Naomi could be seen as their way of taking control of their careers, forming a unit that demands respect rather than waiting for opportunities to be handed to them. That kind of layered storytelling resonates deeply with modern audiences and can drive long-term fan investment. The symbolism of such an alliance is also important. Three black female superstars forming a dominant heel faction would be a historic moment in WWE. Representation matters, and while WWE has made great strides in recent years, this kind of alignment would send a powerful message of unity and dominance, showcasing three incredibly talented women standing together not as side characters, but as the main event. It would also be a smart business decision, with the trio likely to move merchandise, draw headlines, and become a central storyline across Raw and SmackDown. WWE has a golden opportunity at SummerSlam. Rather than playing it safe, they could embrace the chaos and deliver a swerve that gets people talking for months. Naomi's title retention, aided by the heel turn of two of WWE's most popular superstars, would instantly become one of the most shocking moments of the year. It would also open the door to new faction wars, Survivor Series showdowns, and an eventual implosion that could lead to even bigger feuds down the road. The storytelling possibilities are endless, and WWE would be wise to seize the moment. There's also an argument to be made that Naomi needs this kind of twist to keep her reign exciting. As great as she's been in the ring, every champion eventually hits a point where new layers are needed to stay fresh. A heel alliance adds intrigue, unpredictability, and gives her a new voice. Naomi could cut more assertive promos, dictate terms in the division, and redefine what it means to be champion in this era. With the right creative direction, she could become the centerpiece of the women's division, not just in action but in story. Some fans may be hesitant about turning popular superstars like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill heel. But that's exactly why the move would work. The shock value is what makes wrestling great. When Hulk Hogan joined the New, when Seth Rollins betrayed the Shield, when Bayley first attacked Sasha Banks, those moments were unforgettable because they were unexpected. WWE has a chance to create that same level of buzz with Naomi and her potential allies. In the process, they can elevate all three women and spark a new era for the division. Of course, there are risks. If the storyline isn't executed well, or if fans reject the new direction, it could backfire. But WWE has the talent, the production, and the narrative tools to pull it off. And more importantly, the stars involved are more than capable of delivering. Naomi, Bianca, and Jade have the presence, the athleticism, and the mic skills to carry this storyline through multiple PPVs and create a legacy of their own. If they're given the platform, they'll run with it, and the women's division will be better for it. In conclusion, the possibility of Naomi retaining her title at SummerSlam, due to the shocking heel turn of two major WWE superstars, isn't just plausible, it's thrilling. It represents everything fans love about wrestling: drama, betrayal, alliances, and the pursuit of power. Whether or not WWE decides to go down this path remains to be seen, but the seeds have been planted. The whispers have begun. And if the crowd suddenly turns from cheers to gasps at SummerSlam, don't say we didn't see it coming. Naomi's reign may continue, but if it does, it won't be because she did it alone. It'll be because she led a movement, a faction, and a storyline that fans will remember for years to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.